4 pounds 6 ounces, which is surprising to me. I wouldn't have thought it was that heavy.
Yeah.
But that's pretty cool. I mean, out of the box, you wouldn't need to do anything. Now, we talked about this before, and I'm just going to go back over it again. Oakley has the greatest ads. These are for the goggles. And the last time we looked at an Oakley ad, it was for the grips. And I mean, just look at that.
Beautiful.
That's just so well laid out, man. I have so much respect for the time and effort they put into these ads. Like I told you before, it's something that I would never even have paid attention to.
Yeah.
But hey, if you're going to grab the eye of a teenager and you see these mirrored lenses here, you're going to be like, oh, whoa, those are super trick. I got to have them.
Yeah.
And that's how they did it. We all fell for it, you know.
Did I tell you my story about the Oakley yard sale? I think I did.
I think you did, yeah.
Well,
I remember it, and I know you remember it.
Jim, I'll touch on Oakley. Jim Gennard, the founder of Oakley, lived in the same city that I did, South Pasadena, California. And one day, my dad found his yard sale, came back home, and woke up my brother and I and told him, get up, we're going to a yard sale. So my brother and I had a couple bucks, went over to Jim Gennard's yard sale at South Pass, and I bought a Generation 1 pair of goggles, the Oakley 1 grips, and a couple of different things. My brother got a hat, and so we got some grips, and there were motorcycle grips actually. So when we put them on our bikes, we had a black tape around one of the handlebars so the grip wouldn't fall off. But yeah, that's my Oakley story where I met Jim Gennard in, like, I don't know, it was probably like 76, maybe 75, something like that.
Hey man, they're going way back.
Yeah,
way back. What did you think about JT Racing products?
I love JT Racing, dude.
I never owned a pair of the JT leather, but man, their stuff was so trick.
Yeah,
look at that.
I don't know about those shoes though, but their other rest stuff was good.
Yeah,
and their pair of shoes in there.
Yeah, those Velcro shoes that would look like somebody would be wearing like a rest home.
Oh, dude, those are ugly as hell, man.
Yeah, but the interesting thing are the wet weather gloves. It's hard to do this upside down, but they're right here, and those are the ones you were talking about previously.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah, with the dots.
Yeah, with the dots on them. Yeah, I had a pair of those too. And so as I look through these magazines, it's kind of surprising to me how much stuff I actually had. I'm like, oh, I had that mouth guard, I had that Jope, I had that helmet. It's just weird when you think about it over the years, you know.
Do you remember we talked about JT on our first video? Do you remember that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
and I'm revisiting a lot of our stuff. So yeah.
Can I share what JT stands for with the audience? Do you mind?
Yeah, it's your show.
for those out there that have heard of, we've all heard of JT Racing, and I had in our first conversation, I had a little nugget of information that I had read somewhere that JT Racing actually came from TJ Racing. I guess there was a gentleman that was a pharmacist, and him and his wife started importing socks from Tijuana and selling them at motocross races. And once the business started blowing up a little bit, they needed to come up with a name for their company. And I think the husband came up with TJ Racing. And then the wife goes, no one's going to buy nothing that says TJ Racing on it. Just switch it to JT Racing. And that's what happened. And that became JT Racing. For those out there that like trivia, JT Racing.
Is that still in existence at all? I noticed that when I was at Brockton. Yeah, I saw people wearing JT pants that looked relatively new to me. And I'm like, where did they get those?
I think they're still in the motocross for sure.
Yeah. So I was like, where did they get? I mean, it caught me off guard. I'm like, are those JT? Because I mean, everybody wears fly gear. I wear fly gear. So I'm like, where did they get those? You know? And I got this buddy on Facebook. His name's Woody. And he was actually racing for Arrow for a short period of time. I think he was the only rider they had. He's a pretty nice guy. And Arrow kind of came back and he started wearing all their gear, and they were custom making leathers, and then they shut it down again. And I was like, oh man, I reached out to him like, oh, I need a pair of Skyway pants, but they were making the retro looking Haro pants with the little chevrons on the knee.
Yeah.
And I go, I want a pair of those, and I want them to say Skyway down my leg. And he goes, oh yeah, we can get them for you once we start going back, get things going again. And then it